Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Susan Bernstein. I'm so glad to be with you. Welcome to another episode of Leadership Lessons. This is episode 6, Don't Shoot the Second Arrow. I want to talk a little bit about that today, and I'll definitely let you know what that means and why it matters to you. So for those of you who I haven't met before, hi, I'm Dr. Susan Bernstein. I'm an executive coach and leadership consultant, and my mission is to help you master the strategy and psychology to elevate your leadership. You'll find me at like having an arrow. So think about it, especially as a leader receiving upsetting news or somebody getting upset with you, or you lose out on something you've been wanting or needing, or a person doesn't fulfill their commitment to you, and it's like a shot to the heart. It's like an arrow. It's like taking the pain of that arrow. But here's the thing. You don't want to shoot the second arrow. So what do I mean by that? So this actually comes from what I understand to be a Buddhist teaching about the second arrow. It means that there's always two arrows when something difficult or bad happens to us, or that we perceive as difficult or bad. The first arrow is the incident itself, the thing like the bad news or somebody disappointing you. When that happens, that's going to create pain. The second arrow is what you or I add to that. And that could be like, I'm so when we do that, when we add more to that second arrow, that creates suffering. And that part is actually optional. And that's what I mean by don't shoot the second arrow, especially when you're a leader. When you're a leader, people are watching you. They're modeling after you. You know this because of leaders you've modeled after, you've looked up to, even if you've done it, in ways where you weren't really thinking about it, but you perceive this person as important, and so you act like them. So if you take something difficult in and then you're like, scream and moan and throw things and get upset, even if it's subtle, like, okay, maybe don't move your lips like I just did, but you get, you grumble, you mumble under your breath. When you do that, other people notice. And so, and even if you're alone, you're creating that second level of harm. You're shooting the second arrow at yourself. So what I believe is that second arrow isn't necessary. So don't shoot that. Many of us to getting upset and then bitching, complain, or I speak a little Yiddish, kvatch, ay, 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 ay. How do you change that? So the first thing to do is to notice the first arrow. That's the thing to do in any kind of change, is to just notice, be aware. So notice that something upsetting has happened to you. It's okay to feel the feelings of that, but step 2 is to catch the impulse to shoot a second arrow. Catch yourself, and you may want to raise a fist, you may want to tense up, you may do something like that. And then you can ask yourself, do I really need to shoot the second arrow? Ask yourself that consciously. You could even write that question down for yourself and leave it, somewhere in your space where you'll see it. And then pat yourself on the back for catching yourself. And it's okay to pat yourself either before you shoot that arrow, like, I caught myself, I didn't shoot the second arrow. Or let's say you shoot the second arrow, but you catch that you actually did it. This is what starts to transform the habit, so that when bad things happen, you just take a deep breath and say, okay, what else can I do now? So avoiding shooting the second arrow really ups your leadership game, because you're more resilient, you're more able to change. And I'm going to share with you other ways that you can do that. I do that on Mind Body Mondays, giving you micro shifts. So there are ways to stay even more resilient. I just want to say that if this has been helpful to you and you want more ideas and help in lifting your leadership, and maybe you're at a crossroads in your career and you're wondering what to do next, maybe we should work together. So if you're dealing with difficult people issues at work that are preventing you from enjoying your work, or you've outgrown or need to grow into a new position, or you need to boost your executive presence and you'd want help and support for that. And I work with people generally for 6 months or more because change takes time. If you're interested in a coaching relationship and want to explore that with me, please email or call me to set up a complimentary consultation. You can do that at hello@drsusanbernstein.com or call me at 415-508-8250. Put a 1 in front of that if you're outside the US. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you all next week. Bye for now.